Welcome to my stream on Undertale Yellow host game, really. It's been a couple of days, and I have had an opportunity to think about everything that we witnessed through the game in both its pacifist and genocide routes. There was also the neutral route, which I did not look into. Well, I didn't play, but I have seen what entailed. And sadly, I am a bit sad that I didn't actually play through the neutral route, because there is quite a very unique boss in it. I won't spoil anything, because I think it does give you a good incentive of playing the game on your own. And it's definitely worth it from what I can see. I haven't really looked at the story significantly, but I have the neutral story's ending significantly. I've just looked at what you deal with, and yeah, it's definitely worth it if you're interested in playing the game yourself. Let's give a little more context as well, based on how Flowey's whole deal is, why he acts the way he does in this game, and it really does a good job of that. I've also seen the alternate pacifist ending, where you don't kill anyone except Shiroba at the very end, which leads to a sad outcome where Asgore sadly does not let you go, obviously. Instead, he just essentially forces in the encounter, and Marlet at the end essentially just kind of walks out after you tell her to leave, since there's no stepping back from it. And Stala is pissed off with you for killing Shiroba. That's basically the alternate pacifist route, which is not really worth going through the entire game twice in order to get. Honestly, my main thing to say about Undertale Yellow is that it might be one of the absolute best fan games in general. Oh, that is not what I wanted to do. Let me just deal with this. There. Yeah, it is ultimately, the things that I think about when it comes to a fan game is that it comes down to the fact that it has to follow the original design very closely in order to feel like a sequel or a prequel, which it does exponentially. It builds off the original without alienating itself or going too far in either direction of being too much like the original or too different. It's a very good balance of those two things. Absolutely the best. One of the best. The difficulty is something you can kind of chastise the game for. I remember being told in the genocide route that the Marlet boss fight was actually worse pre-patch. That apparently the ability to heal oneself in the final phase was not there, and that you had to essentially win the entire multi-phase battle with the items you had at the time. I would not have been able to done that if I played it pre-patch the way I was at that point, because I didn't have the best healing items with me. I didn't have any of that, and ultimately I would have fucking hated it. I would have hated it so much. But anyway, let's get into the real meat of what we're doing here. Here we go. Smash a pass. I mean, if we're going to make a tier list of characters, Come on, you've got to be a bit more of a smash or pass. Okay, this is kind of like an in-between. I think a smash and pass is funny. I also do want to kind of rank them in a way. Plus, I get to talk about every character in a set in a way, one way or another, instead of like having misplaced or random thoughts. Looking at the characters, I actually am reminded of another thing that I've seen floating around that I did enter my head at one point, but I never really stated it. The character designs do have a unfortunate kind of OC fan character kind of design to them. Some of them, I think a lot of them do fit into the world quite well, but when I first saw Marla, I definitely, like, I think I'm pretty sure the very first thing I said was Marla is a furry persona, and it still kind of hits like that. Since, when you think about it, all three of the main boss, or main characters that you deal with, Marla, Starla, and Ceruba, need to say that correctly. All three of them are very anatomical human forms. Like, they've got 2 arms, 2 legs. Granted, I suppose all of the original characters did it as well, but they did definitely feel a little more, I don't know, dangerous looking. They weren't exactly... I suppose out of all of them, Starla is probably the most Undertale looking to me. Yeah. I'm not gonna knock it because it is like a fan creation. Like, it's obvious they had they had 7 years into making this game. It's obvious that they put a lot of effort into these characters. Anyway, let's think about this then. So, I've got my Smash and Pass tier list here. I changed up a little of a previously made tier list, and I thought, if I'm not gonna smash a character, I should at least say that we could be friends, right? The pass is just, I'd rather not really get involved with this character, and no way in hell is that they are actively a character I would avoid in all forms, no matter what. And actually illegal is, of course, a character I'm not going to degrade myself into saying that I'd smash. Due to the legality, you know? Also the fact that it's morally incorrect. You know, someone's gonna look at what I'm saying and freak out. Okay. Why don't we just get into it then? A lot of these characters, they're not all of the characters I've dealt with in the game. A lot of these characters here I haven't dealt with before because I never played the neutral route, which sends you through the chef labs. I went through them before, but some of these characters would only show up if I hadn't been murdering everything. So that's why some of these are just going completely not into my mind about. And plus, a lot of others are just characters I won't really know much of anything about. A few bits of dialogue completely remissed from my mind. So, I'll have to do my best. So, let's start with one of the flower girls. In fact, let's get all 3 flower girls up in front here. Now, on my 2 routes, I encountered these 2. This kind of surprised one and this shy-ish looking one. They all look pretty happy and they're pretty adorable. I'd say I would. On all 3. They're feminine enough. I should probably mention, I am very straight. Straight as a line that does not crisscross. Meaning that I'm probably going to be looking more into the feminine angle of this tier list. Not to, but I will mention. I'm not gonna stop myself from saying, you know what? If I was a woman, I'd totally do it. And I'm gonna be looking in all aspects here. It's kind of upsetting that you can only ever deal with the one and not the other two when you have to play multiple routes, but I guess it makes some amount of sense.
We here.
Hey, Mr. Danny. Yeah, they're all really adorable looking.
It's the smash or pass.
Yeah, pretty much. Everything below smash is pass, basically, here. Just giving a little more of a explanation
Is that
for
fucking
why.
Prunsel?
Prunsel? I don't know. I mean, this is like this is a pre-made tier list. I don't know.
In the bottom right, the eye.
Oh, yes, that's a character I hadn't played on stream, but I'll say it again.
Oh, okay.
I went through the neutral route on the YouTube. I watched someone else play through it, so I know what that is. I'm gonna keep myself from saying much about the neutral route because I don't want. If anybody watches me play it and they want to play it for themselves, you know,
yeah.
play through the neutral route. That is what it is. It's very vague, but I know what it is. I've seen through the basically the most scary part of the game, which I was surprised by. Kind of sad that I didn't play through myself, but whatever. But yeah, I was saying that I kind of feel a bit bad that the fact that I didn't get to see all of them in one playthrough, but Undertale had the same thing where you'd only get like certain events in one playthrough and then certain events in others. That's what it is what it is. And I definitely would. Sandoon, or whatever its name is. Freaking Sun Slime. I'm not sure what I would do with this. It's very childlike, which it's kind of...
Dunabud.
Doonbud. I see. Dunabud. That's interesting TTS. Slime, though. I mean, slime is pretty much something. If it is of consenting age, then I am all for it. I'm gonna be honest, I love a jiggle. Nurkern. Nah. Kind of obnoxious. Don't think I'd have any enjoyment with this character. I wouldn't want to deal with someone who's constantly in denial, you know? Hey. I can't remember what these three are. Well, I remember what the fight is. 3 people stacked on top of each other. But, yeah. Too much handling. Too much to deal with. I don't know if I'd be friends with any of them. It feels like this is their entire shtick, right? Yeah.
I think they're supposed to be like kids.
Yeah? Okay. They're going in illegal then. It's hard to tell, right? There's literally only one human in this entire thing, Clover. And everything else is just monsters. You can tell by some of them are children based on context and story. But
yeah.
Outside of that, it's kind of your own imagination to some extent.
There's a few that are yeah.
Alright. Honestly, I really liked how Clover was written in this game as well. I know that some people have said that it should have been more about Clover, and like the final act of the game was a little more focused on Shiroba, like a bit strongly compared to the rest of the other parts of the game where it felt more
I feel like that's
yin-yang.
the point, actually.
But yeah. I also think Kaneka is adorable. Very huggable, but that's about it.
So would you mind if I go off a little on that?
Yeah, sure. By all means.
Because I have some thoughts.
Yeah. I mean, by all means, say what you gotta say. I'll be, like, contemplating the rest of this tier list. Because not all... I said before, not all of the NPCs are in this. Just whoever they decided to put in. And this was a normal tier list of a...
Okay, so
S
that
rank
criticism
to
mainly
D-rank.
extends to the pacifist route, where Clover is mainly just letting things happen and taking a lot more of a passive role in the narrative.
Yeah? You know what was that? Yeah. I guess Passive Strout Clover is very much experiencing everything in a more nuanced, simple setting. And you're right, the neutral ending is where Shiroba doesn't go with you into Steamworks. And thus she doesn't really have a character.
Because this is Clover letting things happen, just letting them play out, and pacifist is clearly the canon route.
You say that. Technically, the alternate pacifist could also be canon, since it does also follow the
Clover
same
only
route,
really takes an
or the
active
same
role in the
things.
Genocide one, where they break into canon. Or break out of, rather.
Yeah. Becoming Flowey,
And
Asgore,
they
and
take
leaving
control
us
of
all.
their own story.
They become very determined at the very least.
Which is of course a fun little meta thing.
I mean, it works, because Undertale Yellow is it's a prequel, so it already has a pre-written ending, meaning that they can do whatever they want with non-canon stuff, right? Not everything has to coincide with the
Because
ending
pacifist
of...
is them letting the world do its own thing, and the story go as it does. And Genocide is Clover going, no, fuck that. I'm doing what I want.
Gun hat. Pretty much. Although, yeah, I suppose in Genocide it feels like Clover is a lot more of a...
It's P-Neat IMO.
It feels like Clover is a lot more focused in Genocide. Very much focused on a goal of wiping out those that have done wrong in his eyes. When in Pacifist, he very much drops the vengeance act very quickly. Or doesn't really even have it to begin with, and more just kind of tries to escape through the world and find out what's going on. Difference being, like, one's asked questions first, gun down later, if ever. The other one's gun first and figure things out as you kill. Anyway, let's get back to it. We got the spiny cactus. I am not doing this. I am not, in fact, fucking a cactus that will hurt me to all hell on earth. Where is it as well? The no hugs cactus as well. I'm not giving any hugs to the cactus either. Both of them can go there.
Smash everybody, cool cat.
I am not doing the illegal shit, Marco. I'm also completely going past all of the furry allegations, because guess what? There being only one human here, there's absolutely no way I could not smash at least one character that isn't human, so whatever, I'm past that point. Never met the French chef. Again, it's a neutral character, a neutral run character, where you don't go with Shiroba, you go into the acid kitchen room. And this is a character that you'd meet and possibly fight. I think it's a fight. And again, shows up in the credits at the very least. I think he's cool looking at the very least. But I don't know enough about him, so I'm going to put him in pass. I got no friends right now. There. Alright, we got the bowl. We got the bowl, basically. The stew bowl. Would I smash the bowl? Bowl. I suppose there is like a kind of spectrum here of very animalistic and human animal characters, you know? I don't know if I'm ever going to... I mean, I'm not opposed to friendship with this dude thing. As long as it doesn't try to kill me. But yeah, no, I'm not smashing that. We got the snake in a jar. The Riddler, I think? Is it Riddler? I can't remember very well. I killed it very quickly. And I'm not sure where it... I mean, it's a snake. What am I saying? I don't know where I'm going to put it. Oh, I don't think I could become friends with a snake. I mean, snakes are cute at times, but they're also definitely creepy as fuck.
Anyways, how dare you? How dare you?
Have I already angered you? Being janitor bot. Fuck no. I'm not dealing with this dude.
Raging Kappa.
See, out of all of these characters, janitor bot.
I am a snake. Fucked up.
Okay. You know, now that you say that, I realize I might have done a racism. The difference is you've got a human face. All right, and I could envision something happening. You know, mind ways. Snake, this would literally just be like a freaking sock puppet in this type of tier list, you know? And I don't know if I can even be friends with a snake that's living in a jar. Nah, I'm sticking to where I am.
Have you like?
God, I'm drinking a lot today.
Have you ever used a? You know.
Yeah. We all wear some socks sometimes, or other appendages, and ultimately, I suppose we've all been there. In fact, we've all been there, I think. All of us guys, at the very least. But yeah, let's just move on ahead. We got the stereo freaking gramophone, rather, robot. As long as it's not freaking blasting my ears, I think I could be friends with it. Got the TV guy. Fuck no. See, the problem with the TV guy is that he's constantly changing channel, and he's got his own opinions, you know?
It just starts playing CBAT.
God damn it. Oh. You know, TV guy. He will just, like, put on whatever he wants, right? And I don't think I could be friends with someone like that. Someone who's unwilling to allow me to watch what I want. Very opinionated, I'd say. Anyway. Micro Frogget. Could this even be possible? You know what? I'd vibe with a Micro Frogget. In fact, I'll try and put these in like left is strongest smash, because I kind of just been dropping them in. I suppose the actually illegal will be characters that I like the most. Yeah, I think that's the way I'd do it. Out of these three girls, I think they're all adorable, and I actually kind of just like that. That in order like that. I'd vibe with the Micro Frogget, but I think it'd be like this. I think that's how it
So
looks.
Whack and I discussed the Flower Girls. She phrased Violetta, the middle one, in a very good way. I'ma need the tier list link so I can make my list cap. She's shy. She's probably a freak.
I can copy the one I'm using right now, but I've altered it, so you're gonna have to alter it yourself or just go with what it is.
https colon
shut up,
slash
me.
tiermaker.com
I'm turning it off.
create slash Undertale dash yellow dash all dash characters.
There we go. That's why we shouldn't put links in the chat, because my text-to-speech is going to be a freaking asshole about it. Oh, there you go. That's the tier list that I'm using at the moment. Anyway. She's shy and probably a freak. Honestly, fair, but also shy could also mean that they're not interested at all in any kind of act, say.
Get out my face, football gambling ads.
Oh, God. Anyway, Toriel. Would you smash the goat MILF? I mean, lot there to love. I mean,
I wonder.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not.
Where TORIEL is going to go.
I'm not gonna freaking justify this. It's Toriel. We all love a little motherly character, you know? She's got experience. She's done the dirty. Anyway. Fuck the Frogget. I don't know if I can vibe with a normal frog. Well, I suppose I shouldn't be racist. If I'm gonna be friends with a Micro Frogget, I guess other Froggets are gonna be cool too. Flowey. I don't see any way it could happen without me getting violated in some way. So yeah, I still hate the freaking janitor bot. It's just not gonna work. But Flowey, I'm not putting my ass on the line, literally. Axel. Actually, I liked the very subtle indication that Axel is very much like a murderous monster bot that kind of just killed Axis. Ah, that's what it's called. Axis. I think I got weirded out by saying that out loud so much. Right, but the fact that it actually like full on decimated a human being that was not recorded, or like went missing rather. Its soul was never captured by Asgore because King Chulin took it for himself to run experiments.
I think the neat thing is how it's implied he had no control over it.
Yeah, but like it was also
Chujin just built him that way.
I suppose you're not wrong. Although he definitely had control in the end, but that, I suppose that was like a later version, one that was never seen by Asgore. He definitely hid the evidence well enough, though. They stated that very plainly, so he is clearly capable of doing quite a bit. And I guess I can vibe. I like that if you go through a genocide route and then you spare him, he's just like, really weird decision to spare me at this point. I also really hate your guts and I hope you die sometime. I hope you slip off the edge and die. Which is pretty funny. Could I be friends with him? Probably not. I have a feeling that he's just only really going to be interested in robots. I'm not. I don't think I could. Okay, we got the flyer. The yippee, as it were. Yippee! We can be friends. I think it's gonna be like that. I'm gonna be moving these around as I think and look at them. His appearances wise, this guy, I don't know him, but he looks freaking snazzy. There we go. There. I think that's looking good. Alright, so Vanilla, the drawing monster. Pretty cute, very small. I'm not. You know what? I'm not opposed to it. Very tiny though, so I don't know if it's possible. But I'm not opposed to it. Consenting adult. I hope they are. Sweet corn. Or whatever it was called. Freaking American style candy inside corn maze. I don't know if I would. It's just, I don't...
Vanilla's mentioned as having gone to college.
Oh, hell yeah, then. Same as Temmie, then, I guess. But yeah, this reminds me of, the Vegetoid, or Vegetoid? And it's just very mindless kind of being. It doesn't really feel like it has purpose outside of just being born. So, I'll be friends with it, I guess. But I don't think being friends with it would take all that much effort, you know? Just kind of exist and to be, like, happy with you. Okay, the mirror. The mirror... I mean, who wouldn't want to smash themselves, right? I'm looking snazzy. Of course I'm gonna smash myself. That or I'm gonna accidentally smash the mirror, so one way or another, something's getting smashed. I mean, come on, it's literal logic here. Anyway. Literal scroll? I don't know how this would work. Yeah, no, it's not happening. Pass. Scuttler. The dancing little Scuttler. Oh my god, it's so cute. Would I smash the fucking crab? Hermit crab? Probably not. I don't think I could. Oh man, I don't think I could. No. Too cute. Like too cute. And too bug-like. So I think we're gonna put him at the very top. I like the vibe. Okay, so Insomniac. I relate so much to this guy. I have so many freaking problems getting good sleep. Insomnitoad. Honestly, I could see us being friends. I don't know if it's an actual baby because it can speak, but it probably is baby-like. Yeah. It wouldn't happen. I don't think I can even really be friends with it either.
I mean, its name is Insomnito. Like Tot.
Tot? Toddler. From my perspective, it's living life outside without parents. I don't think it's underage at the very least. Alright, let's go get to a character that is much more apparent here. Dalv. Fucking Dalv, right? Our Dracula friend from the ruins, who is sadly someone I missed on my pacifist route in going back to Snowdin to meet up with him. He builds his house in Snowdin, and you can actually see that in the credits. Again, Shiroba goes up to his house and knocks, implying that she's gone to go get him for the funeral, or the sailing away moment at the very end. And you could basically go to Snowdin and talk to him about all of that stuff. Basically, ask him about his moving,
that scene
and
is so
all
cute,
that.
TBH.
He's like wearing a big, like, super big coat for Snowdin. He's got all of his luggage with him. I don't know who helped him build it, but he's got a loyal flyer with him too, which shows up in the credits too, which is really cute. But yeah, I like Dalv. I don't know if it's a guy I could see in a smashable situation. I just can't see Dalv smashing, or like being the type of character who really enjoys that kind of stuff. Very awkward and confused when it comes to intimacy.
So
I
he's
feel
giving you ace vibes.
in a way, yeah, he's kind of asexual in a sense. It doesn't come off as. It feels like he'd only ever really want to be friends with anyone and everyone. That any kind of close intimacy is just very confusing and weird. But definitely friends. I relate very much to that. To the mindset of being confused about every interaction. But I really like Dalv, despite the fact that he only really shows up at the beginning and then only possibly if you go back to see him and then at the credits. It's clear that you've impacted his life in a positive way, or you could do it negatively where you spare him in the genocide run and he's just like, he thinks that you're essentially trying to mentally torture him by killing everyone besides him, and then he locks himself in his room and never comes out again. So in a way, you've done way worse by mentally crippling him into never leaving his room. Is sad. But that's the way it is. So we got this sound character. I can't remember exactly what its name is, but it's all about quiet, right? So would this character ever really want to be in a smashable situation? I'll be honest with you, Decibat. I like that it's obviously a opposite of our El Grande Dancer Supremo. Definitely. Like, it almost feels like the two are very related in some way, in the way they look.
We'll get to El Bailador.
El Bailador, yes. But yeah, I think Decibat, probably just friends. I feel like I can hang out with Decibat without
could be like a very
problems.
soft type of lover, IDK.
A lover? Honestly, I feel like Decibat's... The thing about a lot of these characters is that sometimes you can, like, what you see in games, in-game, is that they feel very... more animalistic.
Like if you have to imagine him fucking, it's that type of thing, right?
Right. But, like, yeah, in the game, you see Decibat and he's really just acting like a bat, right? So it's kind of hard to imagine Decibat being, like, civilized, I guess. I'm trying to like look at some of the others, and like I can imagine the TV being civilized.
He does talk,
but the cactus only really becomes civilized in that sense. I know. I suppose he does talk.
He had an apartment.
Okay. Okay. I think we can be friends at the very least. I don't know if I'd ever go further than that. Above flyer, above... I like the chilled quietness. I think we can all like a little bit of quiet. I don't know if I like how aggressive he is against noise in general. Like, if you listen to the music, it'd tell you to turn it off so you can be quiet. Pole guy. I don't think we can be friends, dude. If you're not smart enough to have any self-awareness here. See, if I ever got in this situation, it would only be because I have people who would be able to deal with it if it ever happened in close range, or I could get to.
By 3 dogs.
Ah.
He got triple dog dead.
Triple dog dead. He got tricked or dared into doing it. He's still kind of dumb enough to do it and then not have a plan for when it obviously goes like this, you know? I don't know. It feels like this is the kind of person who constantly gets into trouble and you're the one who has to keep helping them, right? The fun look a little cuddly, but outside of that, I don't think we could be I don't think we could be friends. Just acquaintances at the best, I think.
Oh heck yeah, I would smash that sock.
Yep. I didn't even really talk about the sock outside of the fact that we all love a little bit of a sock.
For the 3 funny digits on the back of my credit card, and now it's empty.
God damn it. Marlet. A lot of people love talking about this character as if they're the kind of tutorial of this game.
Of why Mirror is Smash. Can I get a short USM Mary?
Well, look, I looked at the mirror as objectively as possible, in being that I'm going to smash myself, or the mirror is going to get smashed one way or another, because I'm a clumsy buffoon. One way or another, right, this mirror is getting smashed. So ultimately, it has to go and smash. Whereas the sock goes higher because, you know, at least I can see myself being capable of doing that.
Smashing will happen. Gotcha.
Exactly. But Marlet, a lot of people see her as kind of like a motherly figure of Clover, or like at least like a parental or guardian kind of figure. And it does work. I really do like Marlet in that sense. She's obviously also the big bad at the end of the genocide route. And in the neutral run, she does
most post I see compare Martlet to Papyrus actually, because of the clumsy, trap-building shenanigans. Martlet's a great character TBH. She's very fun.
I've heard people say that, and I said before,
the comparisons all fall flat. It's too different. Martlet's a bit of a combination of Papyrus and Sans Right.
That's what I've heard, definitely, that there's a combination between the two, Papyrus and Sans, being that she's interested in loving puzzles, but also very
her scenes
scatterbrained.
At the end of the game are very similar to the Hall of Judgment scenes. And also they're both genocide route final bosses.
Yeah, but like in the neutral run, she essentially does the whole determination syringe that she gets in the genocide route, but she drops it as like, I don't see you as fully evil because you haven't killed everything, right? But then she gets offed again, and it kind of shows you that the only way she can survive is in a pacifist route, which is, it's kind of sad. Also, every scene with her is actually pretty enjoyable. I did mention at the beginning, when I first played, she did come off as like a fairy OC persona kind of looking character, being that she stood on 2 legs. She's very like human-sized. She's got like the very kind and friendly face with a big puffy human hair, right? It like all speaks to like that kind of thing, but the more she's like the character you get to know the most, I feel. Or you spend the most time with, and she's actually like enjoyable to be around.
Her design is very cute though.
Yeah. All the designs are cute and lovable, and it's just like I can understand how people say that she's kind of
like
seems
the protagonist of the game in non-neutral routes.
I understand that when people say that she and Sharoba or Saroba are both kind of off-looking when it comes to Undertale characters in terms of design, since they have a very like I don't know, Persona-looking look to them compared to everything else that has a little more of a blobby.
Okay, so can I actually share a neat thing?
Sure. Stage is open. I'm still thinking about where.
About the 3 most important OCs in this game.
Oh yeah? I don't know. I was actually thinking about it off stream with what constitutes OC looking. And I have my own ideas. But I don't want to.
All their palettes align to the 3 big soul colors, and their characters align with the aspects of each of those souls. Martlet would be integrity, the blue soul.
Suppose, yeah. Suppose. Integrity.
I went into that a bit more on my stream, but.
Integrity.
It does manifest in several ways.
Yeah. I see it. I don't know.
I'll just give the
about
TL DRs for these because it's fun.
Yeah. Also, I probably would. Like, absolutely. She's too fun in every regard. She's fun, enjoyable, and never not a pleasure to be around. Also, she's adorable. And there's no qualms about legality with her, right? She's got a stable job. She's super fun no matter what. Come on, she's literally like marriage material. Come on. Anywho, the miner couple, and I mean mining stone. I don't think I would be smashing either of them, but they're enjoyable. I really like how cute the characters look, and they really do fit the mining aesthetic. They've got like interestingly enough, there are a lot more characters that resemble other characters from the original. Like, these two have got a very Undyne look to them, as well as their son. I'm pretty sure this is their son. I remember that. Smash the mum past the dad. Honestly, I could be friends with the dad. He's cool. Cool looking.
Yeah, they're the same species, right?
I always wondered about that with Undertale.
Murray's their kid, but they're non-binary.
The thing is, like, Undertale, obviously monsters, right? How do they get like different types of monsters like this? How do the monster forms change so drastically for it to be like this different? Like how some of them actually encompass objects and whatnot.
They never answer that.
Yeah. Because, I mean, you'd suspect some sort of hereditary kind of look to all of the monsters in some way or another, but I don't know. The mom.
Time to send a solid Darwin scientist down there.
She's feminine enough, I suppose. The whale. The male whale. Honestly, I don't know. It's too whale-like for me. I'm not a massive fan of fish in general, you know? I'm just not I'm not a fishy guy. I think it's probably
I think
pass,
when
but
mom
high
and dad
pass.
just spray magic on each other, something entirely random can come out. LUL.
Oh god. I'm sure it's been thought of to death by people online. How monsters create new monsters. I mean, technically, if magic anything goes, meaning males could probably get pregnant in this monster world. But, if that's your fantasy, the cups, nah, passing them. I don't think we're gonna be friends with the cups.
Impreg Pog.
They're all just obnoxious people that get in your way, try to be your friend, but annoyingly so. Nah. Honestly, yeah, I'd prefer the freaking cactuses over them. They're just obnoxious. But they're not, like, deadly obnoxious or something that I hate with a freaking tenacity of, like, the janitor. Mo! No Mo. I actually really enjoyed the fact that in the genocide route you just ruin his life at the end. Even though he's essentially abetting you a genocidal monster that's been killing everyone, and he's just like, I see profit. As is profitable for me. I'll freaking sit on a mountain of gold surrounded by dust if I have to, and I'll be happy. In which case, we could be friends, I guess, but I don't think we could ever be, like, good friends. Because he's a snake. In a bad sense, Sedani. In a bad sense. And speaking of snakes, we got the bartender of the saloon. Girl with snakes on her necks. I'll try to be careful. You see, these snakes are adorable. I like these snakes. They're little wormy snakes. Super small, super nomable, or nomin. The noms. She's got a cool look to her. She kind of hits that kind of furry OC look with the human hair. I think that might be it. The hair that looks human-like. Like, you just, like, get rid of the ears, give her human skin, and she'd look human. You know? I suppose that's what the OC effect is.
I mean, one thing about that as well is that Undyne also has that.
Really?
But Undyne's got a bit more of, like...
Oh, right, she does have hair. She has, like, a big ponytail.
Her proportions are kinda weird.
Yeah.
Her head's big, she's very thin.
Mm-hmm. She also got, like,
God,
a
this
very
fucking song.
grimace look. I've got it all, I've got like a playlist running here. All just a very long set of songs. Anyway, I think I could. Oh.
This shit fucks me up, it's so good.
It really is. This is the manager or shop of the Honeycombs Resort. She's essentially a very nervous but very cute and lovable shopkeep. Honestly, yeah, she's definitely going up in Smash. I really like her. She's really adorable.
Honeydew Resort, I believe.
Honeydew, that's it, right. Got hot springs and everything there. She's gotta go high because I genuinely really like her character. Yeah. She's really fun to read. Oh.
I love all the little motifs in this song. It's such a good medley.
This is probably the ending music, isn't it? Yeah. Anyway, we've got the shopkeep of the apartments, right? Honestly, they're pretty fun.
It's the pacifist credits theme, yeah.
Genuinely, really fun character.
They're cute.
They're adorable, exactly.
They're fun. I would.
Honestly, out of that, yeah, they're actually a really fun
Not
character.
Not super enthusiastic, but like.
While I look at this list, I'm kind of like pushing characters around a bit more. I actually kind of like her sassiness in the bar, while also being very fun.
They're also based for wanting to bang Asgore.
I mean, I remember that vividly from her, or him, or them. And they're wishing Toriel the best of wherever they are. Anyway, the freaking bomb looking dude. Freaking gun owner. Gun store boy. I feel like he'd be a cool uncle character, so I feel like we could be friends.
Gotta respect the stash.
Exactly. I think that's as high as going. Better than better than Flyer, than the Yippies. Put him next to the other
Wilford
stash.
Wharf stash looking ass.
Alright, we got another Frogget, but I suppose this is a slightly larger Frogget. It's not the Mocha Frogget. I suppose it's the Born before the Ultra Frogget.
I think that's Macro Frogget.
Yeah. I suppose not to be racist, I should put him next to his other Frogget friends. So I suppose I could be friends with Macro Frogget. Flowerbot. Honestly, kinda could. I mean, let's be honest. The fact that I learned that it's feminine at the very least. I don't know if it's fully female because it's a robot. But I like the flowers it loves. I love that it likes flowers. It's cute.
Whack and I also smashed.
Yeah, I could see myself doing that. Chujin.
Also Vine bondage. And
Fair
I'm
enough.
not huge into bondage. But like, you gotta respect the potential.
True. You could also hit the pentacle fetish if you're into that too.
Chujin's a smash for sure.
I don't know. I'm leaning here because in the genocide route of Marlet, it comes off as Chujin has some like serious hatred towards humans, like serious hatred. Like he wants the taking over of the overworld. He flat out sees all humans as dangerous. Yeah, and I mean, fair enough, his child almost got killed by one.
He does, yeah.
But, I don't even know if we can really be friends, that's the thing, because I have a feeling he just despised me for existing.
I can fuck the racism out of him.
I mean, noble goal. I feel like if we had enough time spent together, because this guy's only experience with people or human beings is through violence, if he was still alive, I feel like we could be friends. But Froggets will probably have an easier time. Well, even the freaking corn will have an easier time being friends with me. But yeah, I think that's a good placement.
Me and Chujin could bond over our mutual hatred of humanity, but still don't care much for him. Not exactly sure why H is quite as hyped in the community.
He does have the Fursona lookingness to him. And I guess he's got kind of like a good dad to him.
I actually think he's a pretty cool character.
He's interesting enough. He's definitely very interesting, and he's like, he brings a lot of lore, and
He has a lot of influence on the narrative,
explanations.
and you do get a lot of character out of him from those flashbacks.
Both in this game, and also he explains a bit more about, like, Asgore as well, and Alfie's...
He's not the most nuanced character, but I do like how.
Yeah. He very much fleshes out the world in a way. It's likable in that
the
sense.
genocide route, he kind of starts this domino effect. He does have that very sexy, "You tried" award kappa.
Alright, give me a moment. I'm
where
gonna
everyone he's
restart
influenced in any way dies.
I'm gonna restart the music because it just got to the end. God.
Because of things he
Do this
did.
for an hour. Doop-a-doop. And back up. There we go. All right.
Or said, or what have you.
Suppose so. He's very much a very pivotal character in this story, in the very least. Every character is influenced or connected to him in some way or another, which is actually surprising, because you don't really even recognize that until you really think about it. Like, even Delve is, like, friends with his daughter. So yeah, it's like, interestingly enough. Anyway, the training dummy that we shot at. I mean, technically we could smash it all day and nothing would change. It's not a very lovable lover, I don't think.
I don't think he's quite peak as much as some of the other cast members, but he is great.
Yeah. Fine addition, I'd say, to the ensemble, and a very good story character at the very least.
Anyways, dummy, IDK.
Yeah, I don't know.
This one doesn't have a trans femme ghost in it.
I mean, fair enough. But I mean, like, does any kind of dummy that you're willing to smash have a ghost in it? You know, outside of Undertale. I mean, if it looks sexy enough.
Yes.
I mean, any hole's a goal sometimes, you know? But yeah, I don't think this form itself is gonna do anything for me. But nah. Anyway, we got El Baltor. Called again? El Baltador? The dancer of love. The boy, the man, dances so well. So beautifully, in
El
fact.
Bailador.
El Bailador.
Anyways, Wood.
Honestly, it is very interesting that it is in the genocide route, or just in any route where you're not dancing for him. I suppose in the genocide route you cannot dance with him. He gets very just depressed and sad. He's like, I'm sorry, I kind of tried to make you happy with this. Honestly, definitely friends smash.
He loves dancing.
I mean, if I was a guy,
also, he'd probably be good at sex.
If I was a guy, or if I was a girl, I mean, or if I was into guys.
Me, this man does not fuck.
Fair enough. I mean, I'm not gonna put only females up here. You know, that seems a bit unfair. I mean, technically, this guy or girl, I don't know which is which. I suppose. I mean, me personally, I'm gonna put like more feminine characters at the very top, but I'm not opposed to pointing out this guy's a fuckable.
Gender is a fuck.
Exactly. All right, we got the non-binary fishy boy, girl, binary boy, girl. Fuck. Beret looking ass, Lance using looking ass. Very polite and possibly has a crush on Marlet, or is just very friendly. Definitely walks the goddamn catwalk. I remember that.
They them fish pussy hits different.
I mean, the wonder
Pounding
of what's
tuna.
actually going to be pounded. I could see it. I think, here. I think that works, because I don't know. Sometimes it might be possible that it might be a bit too self-absorbed, but they also seem very friendly, regardless. I don't know, it's the vibe I get. Okay, we got Ace. At least that's what I remember. He's the card guy. I think it's just friends. I don't think... He's shifty looking, at the very least. Doesn't show his
Ace
face.
has like fucking nothing.
Yeah, I think friends better than Shujin.
He's the most boring fucking guy in that group.
I suppose you're not wrong. Every character besides him has some sort of interesting thing to him.
My family tells that I am a worthless piece of
Oh
human
my
trash
goodness.
while hitting me. Really makes my will for dying go higher and higher. Stana 7 dead.
Marco, Jesus
He's
Christ.
the most C-tier character of all time.
I don't even know what to say to that. Horrible to hear.
Okay, that.
Yeah, that's be crazy.
Jesus, yeah.
Anyway, Ace. In terms of the feisty five, definitely friends at the very least, and easier than Shujin, but probably have to work it. Because goddamn if he isn't freaking off to the side of the grace. Yeah. Starlo. My god, Starlo. I'll be honest with you, he's probably my favorite to voice out of all of them. He was definitely just enjoyable in every...
W-O-U-D. Wooed. W-O-D-U-I-L-D. A-R-F-A-R-F-A-R-F-A-R-F-A-R-F. Wood. I am going to break him. Holy fuck. Meow, 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 meow.
He really does hit all of the typical smashable traits that a lot of people are into, you know? He's super suave and sexy cowboy, right? But then outside of that, he's shy introvert. Outside of like the
PELV was. No, he's not suave. He's cringe. He's failed.
Okay, I mean,
he pretends to be hot shit,
and that kind of makes him hot. Nowhere. Okay. Honestly, yeah.
Sadani
he's definitely going in the
Bucha
smash.
Starlo death by SNU Kappa. Exactly.
Alright, ooh. Probably here, just personality-wise. If I was choosing out of these, it probably wouldn't be Starla, it would be one of these over him, but he's definitely freaking high, and that's saying something from a straight man. Let's be clear here. Anyway, Mooch. Probably very high. I don't know why, but I have a really fondness for gremlin characters.
Starlo is into women, but
I mean,
nothing says he's not into men.
Exactly. That is quite literally the epitome
Mooch
of
is a
any
short stack. Smash.
online shipper. Exactly. Honestly, maybe even better than her. I'd like gremlin characters who are like super sneaky, in for themselves, but also really adorable in a way. Okay, we got... Oh god, I can't remember his name, but he's like, weirdly enough, one of the more pivotal characters of the Feisty Five. And that he does a lot more than the others. He also, he has the dumb kind of character to him, but he's actually like pretty smart. Yeah, he's pretty decent.
Cool. I like him.
He's definitely friends, although I feel like he's gonna beat me in the head by accident without knowing it. Like, I've seen like the people like reacting to him smacking Mooch in the face because she's spending too much time.
And time.
He's definitely better than Frog. Honestly, I could vibe with
Send the tier list.
there. I think that fits. Sent the tier list. Ooh, got your own tier list. I'll look at it once I'm done with this.
So you said earlier that Martlet is the Toriel of this game. She's not.
I suppose it does. I guess
Narratively, that's Dalv, but in terms of the fandom wanting to fuck AMOM. Oh my god.
See, personally, I have a hard time seeing widows as MILFs, you know? It's kind of hard for me to... I mean, let's be honest, it's a furry shrine maiden adult box. It's just that it's hard to remove the fact that she's a widow, right? And her entire personality is, or her motivations are kind of fully revolving around
her whole arc is about letting go of the past and moving on.
Although it's hard to say whether or not she even really did that.
The widow.
Because ultimately she kind of just accepts Clover's decision at the end, and then she just I suppose she does continue helping out with the farm, but she'd kind of just do the same if you went pacifist, in that she just kind of like stick with Starla and the rest of them. That's actually the interesting thing about the neutral run. She chooses not to go with you if she recognizes that you've killed anyone, and she apparently can do that. Apparently, if you've gotten up to like level 9 in a neutral run, she will be scared of you, apparently. I've read that, but I haven't seen it.
Actually.
So apparently she can read vibes,
if you
I
break
guess.
neutral in Steamworks. She just goes, "Nah, you're not the one."
I think I remember that if you kill Axis at the very end, she's like, "Why would you do that?" And then in the end, she's like, "You're not pure anymore," or something like that, right?
And then she just leaves.
Yeah. So like, yeah, that's because like she is looking for a soul that has been uncorrupted by killing,
yeah.
right?
Clover is not you, Narukami, cool cat. Anyways, best character in the game.
You really think that? Honestly, she's definitely going in Smash, obviously.
Holy fuck, she's such an incredibly well-written character. Okay, I'm not going to go in detail here.
I do like that in the Genocide route, she's actually she's not the final boss, but a like third to last boss or second to last. In a way, like she just goes all out angrily rather than in the pacifist where she's using her mask.
Number 6. And I hope you don't mind the slight shill for myself, but Nathan, I do think you should check out that VOD of the Smash or Pass because we talk about her a fair bit there.
Honestly, yeah. I don't know if I could really do it justice myself talking about a character, because I guess I don't fully vibe with her character as much as other people would. Not that she's bad or anything, it's just that I feel like I liked Starlo and Marlet more in terms of just enjoyment, but she's definitely really interestingly written.
I think she would
I will
be
say
a
that
Kappa.
I was very invested
Same
in
honesty.
seeing where her character would actually go, because it was obvious that she was hiding something throughout the
Starlo's
entire
my
journey, and
favorite
it was
character
definitely
in the
interesting
game.
enough. Like, honestly, she was definitely she definitely like kept me invested in that part of the game. I was definitely looking forward to what she was actually up to and her story. So yeah, I'd say I'd probably put it there. The more I think about it, the more I actually do like her more and more. Like, the fact that she's a widow is kind of... Not that you can't, like, really want to bang a widow, it's just that it's there and it's something that you're probably gonna talk about at one point, which is gonna be an awkward conversation. In any sense, the buildable robot of all the robots in the game, the buildable robot. I built it, so obviously it's a fucking smash.
My fave fight is
above all of honestly it's not alive, so I'm probably gonna have to put it above the sock because I built it and it's gonna be a beautiful robot. It has to be there, you know. Favorite fight was El Baldador. I kind of, you know what? In terms of game mechanics, I kind of agree. It's different. It's probably the most different fight out of all of them.
Fight is Buff Froggo.
I think I agree with you there. The favorite joke fight. I'd have to think about it entirely. You know what? The more I think about it, I think these characters were the most disappointing in terms of, like, not being able to, like, genocide them or anything. Like, kill them within a battle or something. I don't know. We said that before, like, you should have been able to just, like, instantly one-shot kill them as soon as, the battle screen showed up. Alright, we're at it. We're at the vending machine.
Best fighting game was the Shuffler's Kappa.
The vending machine, the sassy... disrespectful vending machine that only respects you if you've got a job. Kind of tsundere personality in a way.
Meow, meow, meow,
and
meow,
it's
meow.
Kinda working. I'm gonna be honest. If there is a port and the machine was like, maybe I'm not gonna tell you to do it, but it's not like I'm gonna stop you if you wanted to. I mean, okay, it's a vending machine. It's probably not gonna feel it, so it's just gonna be yelling at me all the time. But you know, I probably would. Yeah, I think it's the amount of enjoyment I could get out of it is probably here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna smash the vending machine. You know what? I feel like that's a freaking majority belief there. Everyone would smash the vending machine. You can't lie to me. Anyway, the AI of the factory. The one that constantly freaking slows you down because it wants you to work. The one that gets smashed by Soroba, quite literally.
It's fussy, cool cat. I passed. I smashed.
I mean, I can understand the passing, but there's just something about the personality. God damn it. What can I say? I like a tsundere, and that's what it kind of makes me think about. Anyway, the AI that I was talking about.
You and Wakriah should have a talk about that.
Anyway. I don't know if I'm gonna...
Vending
like,
machine
Shiroba actually did smash this thing, right? And I kind of do like its personality in that it's just kind of like happily annoyed at times.
I like vending machine cool cat.
But I think at the best it's probably just going to be friends, and it's probably not even going to be real friendship. But that's like every AI character or video game character. I can tend to be friends with it, I guess. I think that'll be the best spot for it. Napstablook. This this was another thing in the neutral run where it did like a flashback to Clover's previous attempts of going through the underground with Flowey. And
Napsterblook shows
normally,
up in a flashback for 2 seconds.
Yeah, like normally in Clover's runs, he would go through the normal Undertale route, but never really succeed. He'd only ever like stay with Toriel or die all on the way. Meaning that Flowey had to like change the route into a completely different one by breaking the flaw. That's what the neutral run shows. Napsterblook, I mean, if I can, the ghost will get it. I don't know how I feel.
Napsterblook has Ace vibes IMO, so I'd pass for that reason.
I mean, kind of. Yeah. I suppose Ace vibes only really come around to me whenever it's like a character who's just desperately looking for friends or has a very hard time understanding what friends are. So it's like hard to envision them being in a romantic sense. Yeah, honestly, I think I have to put them with Dalv then in that sense. In the actual Undertale run. Yeah. This is the neutral boss. I'm going to just put it here. Right here. Okay. Freaking...
Pass.
Ricardo...
No.
Ricardo Froggatt. I mean... If I'm being objective, it should probably be up here. I could probably be bent multiple ways by this thing. But I'm not being racist, and I'm not being favourative here.
Take me away, Buff. F-R-O-G-G-I-T.
You know what? From this angle, we can't even tell if it's a female Froggatt as well. Maybe they just don't like wearing sports bras when they're exercising. So you know what? I'll go with that. And you know what? Who doesn't love a muscle mommy? Probably here. Alright. Asgore. In this game, Asgore is actually weirdly...
I absolutely fucking would Asgore, are you kidding me?
It's like a weirdly... In Undertale, you get a lot more of an understanding behind Asgore's actions and feelings on the matter. In this one, he comes off as very, like...
Asgore is interesting in the narrative.
Off. He's, like, off to the side. Or, like, he doesn't really... It's hard to really state it.
I would pass on Asgore. I like how he's implemented.
He's in the, the broken pacifist route if you kill Shiroba at the end of her boss battle.
You don't really need people with any form of connection to him, right?
And he does actually put you in a forced death fight, basically. He won't ever let you beat him. Which is, I mean, it kind of shows that could possibly been the true route of Undertale Yellow, where you kill Shiroba and then die to Asgore like many others, possibly. I mean, technically, the other characters never even got close enough to Asgore. And if you think about it, technically Asgore is the only really ever killed Clover in that regard. But yeah, don't meet a lot of people who have much of a connection to him. I suppose that's true. In the original Toriel,
he has a cool purpose in the narrative, and he's pretty consistent with how he is the Undertale, and the flashback with him and Chujin is neat.
It's true. His deal with Shujin, where Shujin accidentally sets his flower bed on fire, and essentially, for the first time, probably in the entirety of Undertale, you hear Asgore being like kind of annoyed and angry, but like under like the cold demeanor of go and don't come back. Yeah, and in the pacifist flawed run, Asgore is like kind of just speaking to Marlet like you know, you're supposed to kill this human, and the fact that you haven't is kind of annoying.
Nuts.
But I'm gonna go ahead and kill this human because he's not the one that's going to change anything. He's not he's the 6th human. The 7th one is the one that I need to like kill all of humanity with. So I'm fine with killing this human. The Asgore, I don't even know if I could really be friends with him in this game in particular. Honestly, yeah.
4 Jug didn't think fast.
Sorry, Asgore, but in this game you come off as evil as or
he's
just like
pretty
dangerous as fuck.
Thing.
Yeah, pretty much. I like how the flawed pacifist has him like has you go through the exact same kind of actions and similar kind of fight moves as Undertale's boss fight with Asgore is. Like, he takes you to the barrier and then, like, presents you to the human souls. Man. Anyway, Alphys, again, shows up only really in alternate visuals of other characters.
Alphys is a wood, she's a freak. We love her in this cave hold.
Interesting. She's definitely super highly interested in anime. Would she ever be interested in a guy? That's the thing. Or could it only be friends? Like, can you compete with Undyne in that regard? I mean, if I can, I would.
Lesbian. She is in Undertale.
Yeah. I would.
She's into both Undyne and Asgore.
Oh, you know what? Okay, you know what? Fair enough. I don't know if I can compare.
She's into Asgore in Deltarune as well.
But I'm gonna put her. I'm gonna put her below the MILF mommy. I mean, come on. Also, these two, Alphys and Penilla, look kind of similar if you think about it. Like, weirdly similar. Similar relatives, maybe? Anyway. Many of the others here are going to be mainly NPCs. We've mainly dealt with like most of the more specific
Why
ones.
Why did you smash Penilla?
Well, obviously I smashed Penilla because I could. They're apparently past. They've been to college, so ultimately they should be of age.
Red Undertale from Undertale Red.
And I'm all for short stacks. Red Undertale from Undertale Red. Exactly. I actually played this on my own at one point. This is Undertale Red. This is a fan-made boss fight against a Undertale Royals Guardman, or like a character that's trying to be in the Royal Guard. And she's like, there's like a mercy route, a
Did
kill
you know
her
that
route.
Dev is working on Deltarune now?
Really? Huh. Yeah, I didn't know that. But yeah, like I really like that inclusion of that mod character, just as a simple NPC, and the fact that she looks like a human, so Marlet accidentally thinks that she's human. I just like that. I really do. She's cute too. I don't know if she's legal, since she's kind of childish-like in the mod that she's from, but I'm gonna assume that she's legal enough to be a squire to the Royal Guards.
She's 19.
All right. I'm gonna go from that then.
Source.
I think it's if she's old enough.
Source. Trust me, bro. I see.
I see. She's really cute. I like her tough personality. Probably here though. Probably gonna kill me if I tried it. This guy definitely looks like a furry OC character from a gay porn game or something. I don't know. That's just the vibes I get from this character. He looks like the bear kind of character, you know, like the big, lumpy, hug you kind of character. I don't remember his lines, but I probably wouldn't.
Legal to have a job, so nah, not at all.
Probably
He's
pass.
a little too goofy for it.
Yeah. There, I think there. Yeah, there. I don't know who this character is. This guy. Maybe another neutral character, or maybe I just didn't. I can't remember him from talking, because it looks like he's from like a cafe or something. From maybe the
that guy is a fun event
lagoon thing. Well, I don't know him, so I'm gonna put him right next to the French chef. I think I like the French chef a little more.
He shows up
design-wise.
that one June's cafe.
Yeah. This is another character I don't know. He's probably from the French
one of the arcade machines.
The French chef's area or something. I don't know. It kind of gives off a vibe of that. Maybe from the background. Again, I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna put him probably here because I don't know. I like simplified objects. Looks like he's wearing a big old mask.
Yeah, he's like a scientist who worked at the Steam Labs. Or Steamworks.
Careful, you might be getting a Valve getting on your ass for stealing their IP name. We got the Manta Ray robot. Probably absolutely wouldn't because it's a Manta Ray and it would probably kill me if I tried by accident. It's also a robot, so I don't know if I could love it the way it would try to love me artificially. I don't know. Probably not. Probably even lower. I don't think I could ever really envision this ever. Like ever. Better than them though. The robots. I just got finished talking about robots. And now I'm here with these smally tiny ones. This guy's got the gun. He's got a little gun. And that's all he has. But he's kind of like a... He's like, I'm late, but I'm here to fight. Oh man, really? Can I at least fight a little? Okay, cool. I don't know. Probably pass because he's a being procrastinator in my eyes. I can only be the only procrastinator here. Cuter than Axel, and I kind of like the cuteness of it. These two are just normal workers. I feel like they all have to just go together, I think. Like this. There's not much to them besides the fact that they show up in a fight and work with Flowerbot. Alright. These are all NPCs now. We're getting close to the end. This is the shop of the quote-unquote shops in the dunes. He sells a coffee cup and you break it and then you get shards of glass.
One stock of mug.
Probably not. This guy seems like he's exceedingly desperate. I don't really see it working out. Probably here. Alright. Starlow's father, probably. Never really stated... Oh wait, I think it is. This is Starlow's father. Seems like a jolly sort. I don't think I'm into it, but I definitely could be friends. He's a stash user, so he's got to go with the stash boys.
See now, that is a bear. Not super enthusiastic smash.
I think he'd be a really fun father. Or very,
Starlow's
supportive.
mom is familiar.
Honestly, I think it's gonna be like that. Now that I think about it. Yeah. Starlo's mother, the moon. I mean, mother, MILF. Probably, but not very high. Mainly because I don't know much about her, but I mean, mother's got experience. Gotta be something in that, right? The brother or something? I don't know. I never really commented on it, but I do like how they're like, stars or constellation
I smash
forms.
the moon and I smash the sun.
Celestial, forms, basically. At first I thought like they were sunflowers or something because, they're like farmers, but no, they're just stars, all of them. I like them. That's a moon, of course. Smash the moon and smash the sun. Piss on the moon. I don't know about the brother. I don't think he's the kind that wants to be friends with, just anyone. I feel like he's got his own, like, school friends and that's about it. I'd try, but I don't think I'd get anywhere, really.
The brother is mid.
Yeah. Okay, so this guy shows up on the stage. I don't know if I ever saw him myself, but I think I saw someone else get him on their stage. So I'm gonna put him,
That G-U-Y-Y-Y-Y-Y.
that guy.
Fun event guy.
Yeah, I probably, I never met him, but he looks like a fun guy. I'll probably put him in friends, but not highly. There. Okay, Toby, the dog. The literal OC of Toby Fox. I mean, would I smash a literal... No, I can't. There's a difference between saying I'd smash
Toby
a monster
Fox self-insert moment.
and whether or not I'd smash an actual, like, a pupper.
Dog goes in SS plus tier.
Yeah, but I can't. There's a difference between smashing a monster and smashing a dog.
Though. Another fun event.
We're definitely being friends, but I feel like you can ruin my mind with lore dumps. Probably high then. Frogget. Microfrogget. There we go. Okay, these two,
What
I don't know
dog
them.
Doing?
I think these are more random event characters because I don't recognize either of them. And also Tortimer apparently shows up somewhere. I've never seen any of these three. So, I mean, they look female, so they're probably gonna go and smash. But I don't know anything about them, so yeah. No way in hell for
Those
Tortimer.
three are all fun events, yeah.
But yeah. I mean, actually, friends, I guess. I like Tortimer, but just as a friend.
That's Gerson.
Oh. Mortimer. What the hell is Mortimer then? Garson. Am I thinking of, the Animal Crossing tortoise?
Tortimer is the guy from Animal Crossing.
Right. Fuck. I don't know why I mixed them up, but they kind of resemble each other in a way. Gerson. Right. I feel like Tortimer is just the best name for an old tortoise character, but yeah.
The other old turtle man.
They could be brothers. Arcade girl. Or cafe girl? She's the
Gerson
freaking...
used to fuck, I feel.
This is the girl that's on strike with her own arcade, right? So she's just like she's not selling anything, she's on strike with herself. Kind of dig it. I'll put her up. She's kind of got the same vibe as of this girl, probably sisters if I had to say, and that's got a hotness in itself, but
yeah, she's Ceroba's boss.
Probably here. Cute. She's the boss of Ceroba? Oh. I've never really picked up on that. Alright, illegal. But she's cute-ish. Sad that her friend has disappeared, but she's cute. Probably illegal too, because they look like friends with each other. This is the kid that's running in the ending with her. They made a new friend. not much to say about them because I don't know much about him. I think you could talk to him somewhere. But yeah, he's probably a kid. The crocodile in jail. I'm probably gonna pass because, well, I think we could be friends, but I really don't know much about him. He seems like he's always playing a character, you know, so I'll put him there. He's good at playing the character, though. Yeah. And then we got Mew Mew Kissy Cutie, the arcade character.
And the last one is Smash.
Yeah. Probably. She's a video game character, so of course we gotta smash her because the fakeness that are full of appealing designs are always more fascinating than reality, aren't they? Probably higher than all of the inanimate stuff I've put here. Probably there. Yeah. I think I can actually go with this.
Alphas Shorewood.
Alright, I feel like this is basically my tier list. You can't see the actually illegal, but I don't think that matters because we're not really discussing the smashability of them. This is the tier list, though. And I've done it, like, in order of from leftmost. I like and would or smash most likely out of the group. Yeah, I think I fully agree with this setup. It genuinely is. Undertale Yellow is one of a kind in the fact that it's a free fan game that does this well of a job. That it spent so long in the making. Like, I remember when I first played Undertale Yellow, and it was a demo, and it was very, very long ago.
I just put them where I think it's fitting in my opinion.
It's so insane to think that it actually got to this point where it got completed and actually came out this good. I don't know if there'll ever be like another fan game like this, because like a lot of the Undertale fan games, I should have actually probably put to this character now, this new sprite I made.
Undertale Yellow is such a masterpiece.
I got a little too invested, but yeah, it's a definite masterpiece. Definitely a masterpiece. One of a kind, because like all of the Undertale fan games that I was talking about, they're like mainly just fights, if anything, or like unfinished reruns of the main game just done in a different AU. I don't think many have ever been finished outside of like the fight ones. I feel like I got really tired of AUs of Undertale too. Like I looked into some, but they always seemed like really weird.
LUL use that one for point and click or puzzle games.
Yeah.
Delta Traveler's pretty good so far.
Pose. Delta Traveler. I mean, I'm sure there's already like a bunch of AUs for this fan game too. I think I saw one that was like, what if Clover did choose to stay in the underground with the group, and he just grew up there until Frisk showed up? I mean, technically, if you think about it, that isn't impossible. Like, at the end, it seemed like they were pointing out that it was going to be difficult, but they never said it was impossible for Clover to stay in the underground with everyone.
I saw Undertale Green.
Really? I guess that does bring up the question of what other stories and routes did the other characters go through. I mean, some of them are like, in this game, it's very much stated that one of the humans, not one of the ones that were recorded,
yeah, this
went on
game
a
launched
killing
a lot
spree.
of other projects for the other human souls.
I kind of doubt that any of them would hit the same way as this one did, but you can't doubt it too much, right? Greatness can come from anywhere.
One concept I still would love to see is of a human falling into the underground post-UT pacifist. And it'd explore like monsters in the underground that stayed behind for whatever reason.
That is actually...
Be it fear of what would happen if they went
Yeah,
up.
I actually like that. The underground, that's only really...
Or
like,
just a general satisfaction with how things are there.
it would be difficult to... I mean, it would feel like it would need to be somewhat barren to a degree, like you wouldn't have as many NPCs. But it definitely would be interesting to look at the story ramifications of like monsters that are terrified of humans, monsters that hate humans, monsters that want to take revenge, monsters that just can't leave the ruins or are too scared of leaving the underground, just in general. Or monsters that never wanted to leave in the first place and liked the barrier.
I already got too many and I just started learning pixel art.
It's a cool idea. Very cool idea. I don't know if it's got an AU name attached to it, but it's cool. Definitely. Anyway, that's the tier list then. I don't know if I'm going to do anything else at this point. I talked about the game enough. Oh. Music change
I
right
actually
then.
thought of that on a stream once, but yeah.
It's definitely a nice thought. I mean, I've thought about, like... I don't know why, but there's not a lot of fan art of conceptual after stories, like after Clover sacrifices themselves. There's not a lot of people making up, like, stories about how the characters acted afterwards or lived on, which kind of is upsetting because I actually looked up that and it just didn't really find a lot.
I've seen a couple.
I've seen a few that bring Clover back in like a conceptual of once the barrier is broken, all of the monster souls went back to their original bodies, and so did all the human souls, but for some reason Clover's was the only one that was kept alive or kept unbroken or something. I don't know. It never really gives a timeline of when it... I mean, like, in terms of, like, when Frisk shows up from when Clover had his journey. And it seems like some time passed since Toriel's outfits changed. Locations in the world have been altered.
I think that's at most a few years apart.
Well, that's it then.
Because Undyne's already Royal Guard. Metaton's working his way up. Alphys is there.
True.
Undyne and Alphys are in their 20s somewhere, I think. So yeah.
Nevertheless, yeah. Definitely hope that anyone who hasn't played the game is still willing to play it. Hopefully spoiler-free, because it's genuinely just an amazing experience. As long as you liked Undertale. I know some people don't like Undertale for one reason or another.
I'm gonna go continue suffering with P4.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, I think I'm done then. Thanks for watching this tier list creation and talking about Undertale Yellow. See you all another time. Farewell.